Hey everybody, how's it going? Carlos Mencia, and it is that time again for the Mencia Minutes. I feel like I should get some women to do like a 1950 style commercial. Mencia Minutes. Where I take stories that I find funny or interesting. Yes. Because a few people have said, that one's just not really funny. Yeah, not all intended to be funny. Some of them interesting. You want to see me be funny 100%? Go see me live. That's when I bring the puro 100% only funny. Here, there's some commentary. It is what it is, man. So let's get this week's Mencia Minutes started. By the way, let everybody know that I'm putting these out once a week, all right? To talk about what's going on. So here we go. Got to start off with the trial, yes. And thank God, unlike back in the day where we called it the Rodney King trial when it was a trial of the officers, this one is being called the Showman Trial. Even though I did see a banner that says, what did it say? It said something George Floyd and then the trial of Chauvin. But, they're not using it because I was there back in the day. I don't even know why we're having this trial. There's no way that guy is not going to be found guilty just based on everything that we saw, everything that happened. And even if you're sympathetic toward the cops and you're on that jury, what are the chances that you're going to take on that responsibility of acquitting that dude and knowing what will happen after that? Riots, looting, definitely people killed, all because of this one dude. There's no way. So I was thinking, why have the trial? But I saw something that I wish all of America saw. I don't know how many people are paying attention to this one, but the empathy part, the I'm black and that could have been my dad, that could have been my brother, that could have been my friend, that could have been my cousin. That unique experience of being African American and feeling the same thing and feeling like it just didn't happen to somebody. It kind of happened to you because that could have been anybody. I think that feeling is something that as Americans we need to understand. It doesn't matter if you're black and you wear a tie. And I mean that because one of the senators from Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, who's an African American, he was like, he recently actually said this. He said, I don't think the police officers are, bad people and the majority of them are great people. And they asked him, have you been pulled over by cops in this last year? And he said, yeah, like 10 times. And he wasn't doing anything wrong. So, yeah, exactly. Even when you try not to and be like, no, it's all good. Well, what about this? Yeah, that happened. So there's something beautiful about us learning about that. Even though another study came out saying black people are not a monolith. Yeah, they don't all think the same. Yes, not all black people are this or that. Yeah. So just because black people were saying in court, hey, that could have been me, I felt like it was me because it could have been my family member. Don't be thinking all black people are the same. So let's get some chicken and biscuits, ham hocks, and black eyed peas and listen to some, rap music. No. It's like anything else in the world. It's much more complex than that. But we live in this world where if it doesn't fit in that tiny little bubble of this or that so that you don't have to think because we're fucking stupid. That is the stupidity is the problem in this country. Let's figure that shit out and then we can move forward. But that's never going to happen. It is the fight of fights. Since back in the days of Aristotle, Socrates, and Plato, stupidity has been fought, and to this day, we're still fighting it. Just a warrior. That's all I am, man. A warrior in the fight against stupidity. I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just maintaining the balance, baby. Like Constantine. One of my favorite movies of all time. I am Constantine. Watch out, demons, i.e. idiots. I'm coming for you. So Mario Lopez just came out and confessed that right before an awards show, he had a little kind of a fight with one of the cast members from Saved by the Bell. Ooh, that's nothing, man. When we were shooting on Mind of Mencia, this sketch, it was me and Mario. It was called Wetback Mountain. And watch it. There was a point where he had a little bit of cream. I had a little bit of cream right here and he wiped it off. And I swear to God, man, We kept getting closer and closer and closer, and we were about to kiss. We were about to kiss, and I should have done it. I was a pussy. Because instead of doing that, I went, hey, is anybody getting out cut? And everybody laughed, and we looked at each other, because I think he would have done it, and I would have done it too. Man, that's my story. I almost kissed Mario Lopez. Hey, Mario, love you, brother. Maybe we could get that kiss some other time. Have you seen Lindsay Vonn's body recently? She ain't ashamed of anything, as she shouldn't be. Sharon Stone just came out and said that unbeknownst to her and without her consent, the doctor made her breast bigger. What? And I know there's a bunch of dudes out there, you guys are breast men, and you're like, oh, they can never be big enough. Whatever, dude. I'm not a breast man. So I'm just like, why would you do that, man? Some look big, some, come on. I'm an ass man personally, but I could say, there's some that are too big. I've seen some that are too big, but that's not even why I wanted to talk about this story. Why I wanted to talk about this story is this. Listen, I don't have a problem with my size. Never have. Wouldn't get a surgery to enlarge my penis. But if I ever did, and the doctor thought, you know what, looking at it, I think I should make it bigger, that would be cool. That would be cool. So Demi Lovato recently came out and said that she is pansexual. So I know they're going to be adding letters to it. It's LGBTQ, and then there was an I, and then there was an A, but then they get rid of the I, then they get rid of the A. Now there's an A and an I and a plus. I don't know. If you feel like you need to come out, that's fine. I don't know why anybody gives a shit. I don't, personally. Whatever you want to bang, you know what? Whatever you want to bang, as long as it wants you to bang it, go for it, man. Go for it. You know, there used to be a law, actually, seriously, in the state of Washington, that you could even have sex with an animal as long as the animal did not object. Now, I'm down with the theory of that, right? Like, if you want to bang a monkey and the monkey wants you to bang it, go for it. But I'm thinking there might be some animals that don't know how to tell you they're not down with that. So maybe that's where I kind of draw the line. Other than that, as long as it wants you to bang it and you want to bang it, go ahead and bang each other. I don't care what anybody calls it. Who gives a shit? At the end of the day, there are enough people on this planet that even if half of us didn't choose to have kids and had crazy relationships where it involved people fucking but nobody getting pregnant, I'd be okay with that too. Right, China? Right, India? The author of Game of Thrones, George R.R. Martin, just signed a deal with HBO. There's gonna be more Game of Thrones. You know what that means.
Ass, titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
A teacher in Palmdale, California found it necessary to resign because she was caught on a Zoom call saying that, you know how black people are, to this 12-year-old kid. Well, not to the 12-year-old kid. She talked to the 12-year-old kid, shut up, but didn't turn it off or mute it. So they caught her saying, oh, these kids, they lie because that's what black people do. They lie and they steal. That's what black people do. Like, does anybody not understand everything is listening? Everything. Even when your phone you think is not listening, it's listening. Alexa is listening. People are listening. So what you need to do is shut the fuck up about your racism, or just, you know what? Listen, for you people that don't know Palmdale, 20 years ago, my sister moved there. Very, very white community. Now, very, very mixed community. You know why? Because there's nowhere you can go anymore to evade the brown, the green, the yellow, the this, the that. It is what it is. Why can't people just let it go? It's like the story I did about the people having sex with whatever they want to. Why does anybody care? Who cares? I don't understand this. There are so many other reasons to hate people other than the way they were born. But you know what? That's what you get. And not even for what you said, for being stupid enough to say it in the first place. Everybody's amazing and beautiful and giving and loving. Everybody of every race. And guess what else? Everybody of every race is a dick, is a douche, is a piece of shit. It's life, baby. It's just life. Look at me. You love me, you hate me, you love me, you hate me. It is what it is. It is what it is. Why do you hate me? So somebody somewhere voted Prince William the sexiest bald man in the world. Which, by the way, for me, I mean, I know balding is not the same as bald, and he's got the strips right here, you know what I'm saying? Like Jean-Luc Picard. Nah, is that really full bald? Or, I mean, balding, but not full bald. But anyway, Stanley Tucci and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, were like, are you sure? And you know what? I'm with them, man. I am with them. You know who the sexiest bald man is? Seriously? And I've been looking at this one for a long time. My penis. Take a good look. Oh, sorry, man. But they won't let me show it. I was gonna show you something epic, something beautiful, something amazing. But the powers that be on YouTube say that I can't do it here. Oh, well, your loss. Okay, I promise to talk about everything, and I will. There are these new panties for women called Knix, Knix, and women who have been suffering from harsh periods and bleeding in and bleeding out and having to go home say that these underwear fixed it. I don't have a joke. I just want you to know I'm not sexist. I'm not a misogynist. So Knix panties for the period. There. You know what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna say, well, you didn't even mean it. You could have said it with more fervor. You could have done it. Whatever, I said it. Okay, I said it. I didn't even understand this story. It came out of Georgia. They found what they called a drug superstore, 1,000 pounds of edibles and marijuana. Isn't that legal pretty much in everywhere? Pretty much? Like, what is this? And by the way, why are you putting it out as if, like, ooh, look, we found this. And because we found this, it's gonna be harder. I've been around drugs my entire life when I was a kid in the hood, and because of what I do for a living at night, and there's never been a time where they made a drug bust so big that the next day it was actually harder to find drugs. Never! No, but you keep trying. No, police, but you keep trying. One day, you're gonna get him, officer. You're gonna get him. This one again, I don't know why it's a story, but it's out of Alaska in front of a Costco. Ravens are flying down and getting stuff out of baskets and flying away. Ooh, the ravens are getting food and stuff out of carts. Oh, the raven. Why is this a story, huh? Is it because ravens are black? Is that what it is? Is that the subtle nuance of it? Or in Alaska, do you really give a shit about a bird who's hungry flying down and taking your ginormous loaf of bread? Huh? Which one is it really, Alaska? And we're gonna end this week's with a happy story. So a guy buys a lottery ticket, plays the same numbers, hears the numbers, realizes those are my numbers, reaches in his pocket, cannot find the ticket. He lost the ticket. So he went back to the parking lot where he thought his ticket was, and guess what? He found his $1 million ticket. Yes, he lost it and then he found it. And what? The closest I've ever come to that is the other day I was looking for my keys, literally. Now, take into account how much time this really is. For 13 minutes. 13 minutes. I could not find my keys. They were in my hand. What, it hasn't happened to you? It will. It will, my friends. It will. And until you find your keys and I find my sanity, I'm going to be looking up for stories to entertain you. That is this week's Mencia Minutes. I hope you have a great week. I am back on tour, so go to carlosmencia.com to see if I'm coming near a city near you. H-Town, you're up next, April 8th through 11th. Cannot wait to see you. Bye-bye.